Jamie Dimon, not so long ago, was saying, hey, terminal maybe even 6%. Is that just him talking, or is that the House view?
Well, look, 6% is not out of the question because recession is not out of the question in the U.S. either. And I think that is something that has been delayed, but the recession risk is still there later in the year. Now, I think the Fed is going to do 25 and then another 25 after that before they pause. But I think the Fed's messaging here is going to be very important. And I think they're going to really emphasize two things: that slowing is not stopping. You know, that is the first thing that they will.
And slowing is not cuts either.
Yeah, it's not cuts. It's not a pivot. A pause is not a pivot. Yeah. Right. And I think they will also keep the communication very clear that you're still at a terminal rate of 5%, inflation at 5%. You're still far from target here.
So 25 is going to do that, as has been pretty much fully priced by the market. In terms of the communication, are you expecting Chair Powell to do sort of do another Jackson Hole? That is, okay, look, we hiked 25, but talking to the market, that is, right? You guys need to get this idea out of your mind that we're done, right? Because we're not.
I think that's right. I think that what he's going to basically say, look, a message is that a cut in 2023 is not something that you should be thinking about. And just as they wanted to remove the word transitory, I think they want to remove the word pivot. I mean, so I think maybe it's not quite a repeat of Jackson Hole because the data that's been coming out of the U.S. I mean, look, there has been sort of stable headlines, but if you look underneath it, I mean, there are more concerns about private spending slowing. And I think you will see that growth comes down in this quarter quite a lot after such a strong headline number in the last quarter. But the CapEx, some of the earnings revisions, I think that is more of a second half story that really probably starts in the second quarter of the year, though.
Is the bond market telling us that the Fed is practically done then, Joyce? And do you feel that the uptrend in the rates market is done as well? And can we say the same for the dollar?
Look, I think one thing that in the region that hasn't really come into focus yet is the debt ceiling. And the debt ceiling in the U.S. will heat up as an issue in May, June. So Janet Yellen sent out the letter that the U.S. had hit the debt ceiling on January 19th. We think there's more headroom. This could go into the second half of the year.